On the frigid night of February 2nd, 1959, in the snow-covered Ural Mountains of Russia, 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, vanished into the darkness. Days later, search teams discovered their frozen bodies scattered across the slopes of a remote pass, now forever known as Dyatlov Pass. But the real horror lay in the details. Their tent was found, mysteriously slashed open from the inside as if they had fled in terror. Their footprints, barefoot, half-clothed, led away into the freezing night. No signs of struggle, no signs of an attacker. Only silence and death. But what happened next made this case one of the most terrifying mysteries in history. When the search team recovered their cameras, undeveloped film captured their final moments. Blurry images, streaks of light in the sky, and in the last known photo, what appears to be a dark, human-like figure lurking in the distance, watching them. The condition of the bodies made no sense. Some were found with crushed skulls and broken ribs, yet with no external wounds, as if they had been hit by an invisible force. One of them was missing her tongue and eyes, her body showing strange levels of radiation. What could have caused such chaos? Theories range from secret Soviet military experiments to infrasound-induced panic. Some even whisper of the Yeti, or an unknown presence in the mountains that didn't want them there. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved to this day, and those last photographs, taken by the hikers themselves, serve as a haunting reminder that some mysteries are better left untouched. Because whatever they saw that night, we were never meant to know. On October 8th, 2009, deep in the remote wilderness of Oklahoma, a family of 3 mysteriously vanished, leaving behind only a series of disturbing clues. Bobby and Sherilyn Jameson, along with their 6-year-old daughter, Madison, had set out to scout land for a new home. But what should have been a simple trip turned into one of the most baffling disappearances in modern history. And the footage that remains only deepens the mystery. Days passed with no sign of the Jamesons. Then, 8 days later, searchers made a chilling discovery. Their truck was found abandoned in the woods, its doors still locked. Inside, there were no signs of a struggle, yet something was undeniably wrong. The family's IDs, wallets, cell phones, and GPS were all still there. But the most unsettling part, their dog, Maisie, was still in the truck, alive, but barely, starving, dehydrated, and confused. Whatever happened to the Jamesons, it happened fast. Even more disturbing was what lay beneath the passenger seat, a bag containing $32,000 in cash. If the family had been attacked, why hadn't the money been taken? If they had staged their disappearance, why would they abandon their own fortune? Nothing made sense. Then came the most cryptic piece of evidence, a surveillance video captured by the Jamesons' home security system just a day before they vanished. In the grainy footage, Bobby and Sherilyn can be seen walking back and forth between their truck and their house, over and over again. They load the vehicle in a trance-like state, never speaking, never acknowledging each other. Their movements are mechanical, robotic, almost as if they were under some kind of influence. Were they simply exhausted, drugged, or was something else controlling them? Authorities scoured the area, but no bodies, no footprints, no leads. Then, as investigators dug deeper into the family's life, more strange details emerged. Friends and relatives claimed the Jamesons had been acting paranoid in the weeks leading up to their disappearance. Sherilyn reportedly believed their home was haunted, that spirits were speaking to their daughter, Madison. In fact, she had even bought a satanic Bible to ward off the supposed evil presence. Was this paranoia or a warning? Then there was Bobby's father, who he claimed had a hit out on his family. Legal battles and bad blood had turned Bobby against him, and according to friends, he was convinced they were being watched. But there was yet another theory, and this one was even more sinister. For 4 years, the case went cold. No bodies, no answers, no hope. But then, in 2013, hunters stumbled upon skeletal remains in the very same woods where the Jamisons had disappeared. Forensic testing confirmed it. They had finally been found. But with the remains so badly decomposed, no cause of death could be determined. No signs of violence, no clues, just 3 lifeless skeletons huddled together in the forest. Had they gotten lost and succumbed to the elements? If so, why did they leave their truck and all their belongings behind? Had they been lured into the woods by someone or something they knew? And what about the eerie surveillance video, their strange behavior, and the money left untouched? Even today, the case remains unsolved. The Jamisons vanished and reappeared without a single explanation. And somewhere in those dark, silent woods, the truth still waits to be found.